beyond lifetimes. Blood and Fires of the Phoenix. Chapter 12. Elerion and Mirafreya. After sending Michael her last reply, Lyra slowly turned to Nathan. She didn't speak. She didn't have to. Her eyes said everything. They were unfocused, unsettled, caught between fear and guilt. She was spiraling. Frightened. Nathan felt it instantly. Not just as her lover, but as the one who always knew when her inner world began to fracture. He leaned forward instinctively, the way he always did, to kiss her. Not out of desire, but out of instinct. To steady her. To bring her back to herself. To ground her before she fell too far into her thoughts. But this time, Lyra flinched. Lyra flinched when Nathan leaned in. Not because she didn't want him. Because she couldn't bear the thought of him touching her without knowing everything. Nathan, she said softly, stopping him with a hand against his chest. Before you kiss me, before you touch me, I need you to know something. He stilled immediately. Okay. She drew in a breath, steadying herself. The other fragment has awakened, she said. It's in Michael. Nathan's jaw tightened, but he didn't look away. And we kissed, Lyra continued, forcing herself to meet his eyes. Mirafreya wanted to bond with his fire. She said it was necessary, so the core of Elerion would be protected from the eyes of the enemy. A quiet beat passed.
Yes, I know, Lyra. That was to protect me. Elerion isn't whole yet. He can't fully veil himself from the enemy. The fragment carries that ability, to shield itself from harm, to amplify the fire, to strengthen Mirafreya so she can hold the balance until Elerion is complete. This wasn't desire, it was defense.
Her shoulders sagged as relief and guilt tangled together. Still, she asked the question that terrified her most.
Will you still want to kiss me, knowing that when the fragments call, I will answer them? And knowing that I also have to love the fragments, so the bond of fire will be complete and true?
Nathan didn't answer right away. He studied her face, every fear, every fracture she was trying to hold together. Then he reached for her hand. Slowly, gently, as if she might break. He took her hand and pressed it flat against his chest. Right over his heart.
Do you feel this, Lyra? This heart only beats for you, and I know I am alive because you are in it. Lyra, this is what I need to ask you. Do you love Sid more than you love me? Do you consider him your ombre, your eternal love?
No, Lyra answered.
And Michael, is he someone you believe could replace me in your heart? Then that means you still permit me to love you. A bond without love doesn't give power to Elerion or Mirafreya. And Lyra, this is on me, if I hadn't hesitated. If I hadn't been afraid of what loving you fully would cost, then the fragments wouldn't be breathing on their own. They would have remained what they were meant to be. Those who love you, but would never dare to bond with you or claim you, because they would never take the core's place.
How about me, Lyra? Do you consider me your ombre? Your eternal love?
She didn't hesitate. Yes, Lyra said. In our world, a woman may love many men, but she chooses only one ombre. Her voice softened, reverent. The one she gives her whole self to. the one she shares Lyra and Mirafreya with. The one whose bond is sacred. She pressed her palm over his heart again. That is you, she said. My Nathan. Nathan closed his eyes for a moment. When he opened them, the fear was still there, but it no longer ruled him.
I will still kiss you. I will still hold you the way I always do. Not because I own you, but because you chose me.
And this time, Lyra didn't flinch. She lifted her hands to his face and kissed him back, like she was anchoring herself to the one thing fate hadn't taken. Their lips met, not in urgency, not in desperation, but in recognition. A kiss that carried memory, consent, and the weight of everything they had endured. It deepened, not by force, but by surrender. And something ancient stirred. Not hunger. Not possession. Alignment. The fire within Nathan answered the fire within her, not as a fragment, not as a demand, but as a return. Elerion and Mirafreya. The highest form of union. Not flesh claiming flesh, but soul remembering soul. As they drew apart, Lyra's breath still unsteady, Nathan felt it first. A warmth, deep, steady, right over his heart. He looked down. There, just above his chest, the mark appeared. Not sudden. Not violent. It bloomed slowly, like light remembering where it belonged. The sigil of the Omri bond. The seal of Elerion and Mirafreya. Nathan froze. Then his breath broke into something like a laugh, something like a sob. Lyra. She followed his gaze, and when she saw it, her hand flew to her mouth. I marked you. Nathan cupped her face, joy unguarded now. You chose me, he whispered. You sealed it. He pressed her hand over the mark above his heart. This means it's final, he said softly. It's sealed. Lyra nodded through tears. In this life and every crossing, she whispered. You are my Omri. And the mark answered, steady, radiant, eternal. Not a claim. Not a brand. But a truth made visible. It was done. It was sealed. The next day, Nathan arrived at the studio vibrant and happy. Too happy. Lee, Justin, and Luke watched him in disbelief.
Did he win the lottery? Or what?
Luke muttered. Justin shook his head.
I made so many mistakes on my drum drill earlier and he didn't even raise his voice. He told me calmly to take a break and do better next rehearsal.
Lee frowned.
If he was in a bad mood, I'd be calling an ambulance for emotional ambush.
He won more than a lottery jackpot. He has Lyra.
You are right. Waking up beside Lyra every day is worth more than all the wealth on earth combined. You two are lucky to carry Elerion and Mirafreya's fire. You are at the core of her heart.
Sid didn't answer. He just smiled. His phone rang. Hello, my Sid, Lyra's voice chimed. Lunch with all of you today at 12. VIP lounge. I already told Chef Chris to prepare all our favorites. Love you. See you in a bit. Sid's face lit up. Guys, he announced, we're having lunch with our queen. Chaos erupted. What? We have 30 minutes. I need a shower, I'm sweating. I can't let Lyra smell me like an old sock. They scattered instantly. Nathan returned to an empty rehearsal room. He already knew why. He called Lyra. Yes, my love. Are the boys meeting you today? He asked calmly. They abandoned practice. Lyra laughed softly. I invited them for lunch. They didn't even tell me. I texted you, she said. I knew they wouldn't. Nathan sighed. Some things never changed. The VIP lounge glowed with quiet luxury. Lyra sat at the center of the table, radiant. Nathan beside her. Michael across. Sid angled slightly toward her, watchful. She laughed. Across the room, a woman leaned back, eyes dragging over the men before fixing on Lyra.
Oh, Lyra, aren't you greedy, keeping all these beautiful men to yourself? Do you take them all to bed? I am just curious, you know.
The laughter was poisonous. Lyra's smile stilled. Sid stood. He picked up his glass of cola and crossed the room unhurriedly. The woman smirked. What? Sid spat into the glass. Then poured it over her head. She screamed and leapt up, raising her hand. Sid caught her wrist and pushed her back to her seat.
You don't lay filthy hands on royalty.
I'm a noble, she shrieked. That bitch is nothing. The air turned lethal. Sid straightened.
Careful. Don't ask to be executed here. You wanted men? Then you will have them. Take her to the courtesan house. Brand her. Make sure she gets all the men she desires for every night. I am the Prince of Ironvale. Kneel.
Guards appeared instantly. She collapsed screaming as they seized her. Lyra rose. Sid. He turned to her, fury gone.
I love you, Lyra. There is no limit I would not cross for you. I won't let anyone mock you, nor hurt you.
The woman was dragged away. Sid returned to the table and reached for another glass. Justin and Lee leaned back instantly. No cola showers, please. Lyra placed a piece of steak on Sid's plate. Eat, she said softly. And thank you. For you, Sid replied. Always. Lyra laughed. And every man at the table looked at her like she was the sun. Please like, share, and follow for more.